The show, everybody. This is the Upper Tier Podcast. It's Tuesday. It's Pro Wrestling Weekly. We've dusted down the Christmas period. We're right on the verge of the new year. I'd like to take this opportunity to wish everyone a happy new year. It's probably the last time you'll see the panel before the new year is upon us. Big happy new year to the panel, to all the contributors, to everyone who's been on the show, to everyone in the chat, and everyone who helps us out here with subscribing, liking, and sharing the content. How are we, panel?
Good.
Man,
Top of the world.
Jesus, you sound great, lads and girls.
Impressed how have you been? How long have you got?
Listen, I know we're doing the year in review 2025, and I know it was kind of horrific, but we'll get through it. It's a therapy session, we'll get through it. But we're going to start off, obviously, with Raw, as we always do on the show. Then we're going to take a few slides. We'll talk about a few little items and stuff like that. And then we want the bulk of the show is going to be taking a look back at 2025, what we liked, what we didn't like. And we'll talk about it when we get to it as well. Sean has sent us in a vid, so we'll take a look at Sean's vid as well when we get to that section as well. Hope you're enjoying all the shorts and the videos that are going now. Dave and Keith are doing a stellar job there, keeping me up till after midnight, uploading and scheduling stuff and all. Fair play to you, lads. Appreciate it. Always a good reason to stay awake anyway. So hope you're enjoying all that. Sean Mack is in here. Bonjour from Dundalk. Waiting for the Smiths to come on. Hope you have a wonderful show and a happy new year to all of you. Now, when you say the Smiths, do you mean as in the actual Smiths?
as in Morrissey.
As in the bush, as in the bush in the ass Smiths,
or the Smiths from Blanche? Because I know the Smiths and Blanche, and I doubt you're waiting on them.
He might be. And Sharon's in as well. Big up, Sharon. How are you? Happy New Year to you as well. And to Anto and everyone.
How are you, Sharon?
Dave Kelly was in me the other day as well. Big up to Dave Kelly. He was in with the fam the other day. And big happy New Year to Dave and everyone in the chat and all. Right, Brian, kick us off, Raw.
Yeah, Raw. I actually thought Raw was really decent this week. So I thought Breaker came out of his shell again. I thought his promo work was very good. CM Punk, he just doesn't fail when it comes to that. I was very happy when we with the women's match. I thought the women's match was absolutely phenomenal, despite Nikki Bella being involved. I thought it was phenomenal. Very clever finish with the women's match. Very clever finish. The roll up, falling out of the ring, and then cover 1, 2, 3. I do want to say something about Nikki Bella, though, and I'm just going to come out and say it. They kept pushing the fact that she's a Hall of Famer, right? Now, I have a problem with this. I think,
That she's
yes,
not?
she is. What?
That she shouldn't be a Hall of Famer.
Oh, I don't think she should be a Hall of Famer, but I think if you're going to carry the monkey of Hall of Famer, you should be able to still back it up in the ring, which she can't. She was the worst part of that match. She was poison. And also as well, I think the next step for her, bring Brie Bella back, go for the tag titles, and then ride off into the sunset. Because I'm telling you now, she's better off just leaving wrestling and going start doing Hallmark movies, because they don't mind the bad acting. They don't mind the bad acting, but I bleeding too, and I can't stand when she picks up the microphone or does her little thing or little spin thing. And also as well, zero reaction from the crowd, absolutely nothing. I'm going to say something else about Gunther. I think Gunther looks really uncomfortable doing what he's doing. I know we're still very, very early into the angle. I just think he looks uncomfortable. It's getting to the point where, like, yeah, he has the heat and all that, but you know what? It's just not very good. I want to say that the Kabuki Warriors, phenomenal. They were absolutely brilliant. I loved the Kabuki Warriors, and I thought they were so good during this segment.
Well, you're the
Great
only one.
Well, sorry, Dave. Did the middle of my sentence interrupt the start of yours? Yeah, all right. Just say I'm only messing. But no, look. All messing aside, all bad promo aside, it's a good setup for the match. Gunter and Truth. Do you know what? Watching the Gunter and Truth match got me thinking. It's an awful shame that they didn't follow through with Ron Killings. Awful shame. They should have followed through and they should have done something. Americanos, they need to go.
They should have never brought him back.
I don't know. The Americanos and Javon Evans bit I thought was very, very good. The Americanos, though, they need to go. Those three wrestlers are super talented and deserve a shot on the card. Logan Paul was one of the best stars of the show. I want to throw a shout out to Trick Williams as well. What did he say? 1-800. What was it?
What is it? 1-800 hit me up?
No, It was 1-800-WHOOP that. That's what it was. Massive shout out to Trick Williams. What a highlight. 1-800-WHOOP that. Maxine Dupree, right?
Great
is
promo.
phenomenal. She's brilliant. Natty Neihart. Bring Bloodsport Natty back. Have them feud. We're gonna have something golden. And let Natty take control of the women's division. Absolutely phenomenal. And look, I'll finish this now because I know we've got a long show ahead. The Usos, AJ Styles, Dragon Lee, brilliant. Absolutely amazing. Delighted to see the Usos winning the belts. A seed of doubt was dropped earlier on with Jay not being sure, but delighted to see that. And like I said, Logan Paul was the star of the division in the show. I am concerned about I'm concerned about Theory. He's just, I'm just concerned about Theory. I think they are a victim of not striking the iron whilst it's hot. Anyway, I can breathe again. But yeah, look, overall decent show. Couple more hits than usual and a little bit of filler.
We clearly all weren't watching the same show anyway. Dave, go ahead.
Yeah, it was good and bad. Kind of the way Raw's been all year. I love the opening. I love the promos between Punk and Braun. Two of the best mic workers at the moment in the WWE. Phenomenal promos. I love the way he asked for the Vision to get out of the ring when he stepped in and just leave them two in there. Love that little bit of it. The triple threat was really good. Good ending. Again, I have to agree with Bren. I'm not a fan of Nikki Bella being shoved in. It's similar to when Charlotte was just inserted for the hell of it years ago. I just don't think she should be anywhere near the title picture. There's much more deserving talent in there for that. The Kabuki Warriors promo, I'll agree with Keith, it was cringe as hell. But it was really, really cringy. I did not like it at all.
Well, the fact, Dave, that they got a ring spot and a backstage segment is insane. In the same show,
they should have a manager to translate for them. That would make it better and more interesting. But
I just didn't understand the purpose of having the ring time and then having the backstage segment as well on the same show.
Absolutely not. And the fact that he got in the ring and just started speaking Japanese, there's no subtitles here. Like, I can't. What are you saying?
That's the point.
Do you know what I mean? But yeah, Theory's a weird one. I don't like that he brought back his entrance with the two fingers, and I was like, no, mate, ditch it. That was way before you've come back here. You need to ditch that.
It's very heelish though, Dave, isn't it? So does it not work because it's so heelish? I thought I didn't have a problem with that at all. Now I thought that was kind of a little bit of a breakout for him because you were getting a bit of the old. He was kind of reminding us what he had to offer, that kind of way. That's what I thought. That's what I thought for me.
That's fair. Penta's back, which
I forgot that.
Which should drive merch sales through the roof again. I agree, Brent. Logan Paul was something a little different this week. He showed us something a bit different because he wasn't his usual cocky, arrogant self, but just a little bit more part of the group, if that makes sense. Like, he wasn't
humble
singing, pretty much like you said, he's humble. Becky and Maxine again smashing it. I love this rivalry between the two of them because I love Becky's like completely splintered personality at the moment. She doesn't know what she's saying.
Donald Trump.
Her backstage vlogs are immense. They
So
are.
good.
See her complaining about catering and all. It was so good.
It's brilliant.
She's just like she should have her own little vlog show, shouldn't she? As part of the offering and all.
100%.
She's just giving out shit to everyone at the moment.
She's putting herself in the shop window when you really think about it, because like with the movies that she's getting, she's like, I need to maximize my time on camera and my platforms and all this, and
even the little moniker names she's given to people now, they should be on T-shirts at this stage. So good. That what does she call Adam Pearce? What's Pearce's name that she calls him? So good. I can't remember it. Can't recall it now, but she calls him something, and it's so good.
That reminds me, the backstage bit with Pierce and Bailey and Lyra.
Oh yeah, they were deadly.
So good. The fact that he just ends with, "Could somebody get me a drink?"
Yeah,
I thought
Bailey was outstanding there because
here comes Cody with the Wheatley.
She comes in and she goes, "How about 1-800 Bailey?" And it was so good.
The tag match, I kind of didn't agree with the finish, mainly because I thought AJ and Dragon Lee were really smashing it. I didn't want to really see that reign end, and giving it to the Usos you know, at least AJ and Dragon Lee were defending it week in, week out. They were giving the tag titles a little bit of legitimacy. I fear now that the Usos have it, it's going to be dragged down with storylines and backstage segments and no contest. We're not going to see as many tag team defenses as we should. So
that's kind of in line with what WWE are doing at the moment. Like Jade Cargill hasn't had a title defense. CM Punk, I think, has only had one, and I don't even think that
Stephanie's had 4. Stephanie's had 4.
You
know what I mean?
Days,
it's kind of annoying. But come here, do you not think that this is them getting ready for AJ Styles' retirement? Do
Yeah,
I think they could have dropped it on the 5th. I think it would have been it would have been better because the amount of titles that are on the line for the 5th, you could have squeezed them in and been like, right, put them on the 5th, have them lose it to the Usos in the new year, start it off with the Usos having the tag titles instead of ending it with them. But that's just me. Overall 6.5 out of 10 for Raw. There was good bits, there was bad bits, but again, the Americanos can piss off. They're stupid.
Kate,
Tabuki.
anything to add?
yeah. So I spoke to you earlier about this, anyways, Niall. But I think with the CM Punk Braun Breaker thing, I think Jericho is going to interfere in this, and it's going to be a Punk Jericho feud for Romania.
Wow.
For next week.
That's a hot take, unless you've been
Nice
reading the short sheets we haven't got yet.
No, it's just my take.
Is that your prediction? Is that an official prediction?
Yeah, I think that's going to happen because I think we're going to get Cody and Roman Reigns for Mania. So
that's nailed on. That's
So
are you sure about that?
That's nailed on, Brand. That's Roman's going to win that Rumble.
Man.
And I think we're going to get Jericho and Punk for Mania. That's what I think it's going to happen there. So
then
we're going to get
who's Braun facing then? Seth?
It could be a triple threat match. Could be for one of them.
So Punk's not involved altogether?
No, it could be. He could be involved in that maybe as well. I don't know. I'm just speculating. I think it's Jericho, to be quite honest with you. That he's going to interfere next week.
It's not a bad show, to be fair. I mean, we all know he's coming back, don't we, for the 5th? Another bloody leak.
Just answer Rosemary real quick. Dragunov. That's who I'll go with. Sorry, Keith, fire away.
My highlight of the whole fucking thing is Stephanie won. I'm happy. Don't care about anything else because I just did not want to see Nikki Bella fucking win that. And can be please, for the love of God, please, old fucking Nikki Bella, just put her out the pasture now. Just put her out the pasture.
Are you advocating murder?
Oh no, just get rid of her. Get rid of her.
Oh my God.
No. Friend, just send her to a love triangle with Otis and fucking Kansas City or something. I don't know. And get one unicorn and put them off somewhere. I don't know. Just do something with them. I don't want her near Stephanie Fakora after this. I really don't.
Sounds like we need an intervention here, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
Intervention.
She's so bad, man. She's just so bad at everything. Anyways, aside from that, do you know what? I think there's Rhea Ripley.
Apart from that.
Apart from that. I'm just sick of her, fucking Niall. I really am. I just want her gone.
I wouldn't have thought so. Go on.
Yeah.
It's like we had the show after John Cena's final match, and Bren went on a mad one.
Yeah.
Keith is very unhappy with Nikki Bella's current.
She's shy gay. She shouldn't be anywhere near this. I'm sorry. She's just geek. However,
God forbid they use a Hall of Famer to grow the profile of a fairly new champion. Yeah.
She's not a Hall of Famer.
She's a Hall of Famer. She's a stain on the CV of anybody.
You could call her whatever you want. I thought this was one of her better outings as well, actually.
But that's because she didn't have much to do. And when she did, she missed. There was loads of disconnections. There was no chemistry. She missed a few things. And that Tower of Doom spot can get fucked. Niall, she is not. She shouldn't be anywhere near that championship match. Not a chance. And she proved it this week.
But we know
I wouldn't advocate the murder of her like he just did.
But we know why she's there. We know that this is kind of like Tiffany Stratton. They're using these Hall of Famers to come back and build the profile and the CV. Let's be honest. Keith was on last week, absolutely dogging out Stephanie Fakora's title reign.
Oh yeah. But when
wait a minute. What's my gimmick again?
I bet you he was delighted when she won last night. He's like, yeah, I love you so much, Stephanie.
It's a highlight, yeah. Fucking highlight.
Champion of the year for me, Rosemary would be. I think Dom. I think Dom is brilliant this year.
100%.
Yeah. Hard to argue there.
I don't know where you came with Dragunov. He's only been around the last 4 weeks. How can he be champion of the year? Like he's had a month.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why,
Because
Niall.
he's been 5-star every week. That's why.
Every single match has been the
Yeah,
highlight of
5-star every
SmackDown.
week for 4 weeks of a 52-week year. Give over, lads, will you? Where he's going?
Listen, I'm
It's
just
starting
on
to
the
sound like-
SmackDown show.
It's
I'm
starting
just
to
on the
sound like
SmackDown
Mel's
show.
on it. It's starting to sound
Who
like
said
Mel's.
Dragon? Who said Dragon off? By the way,
I did.
You did.
you get off this podcast, you.
You were defending him there a second ago.
Yeah. Make up your
Oh, I
mind.
said
Mr.
he's been
Psycho.
good. I didn't say he's been the best champion. I agreed with you on Dom.
That was the conversation.
100%.
Keith, anything else out before we go to Emma? I'll bring a bit of sensibility to this Nikki Bella situation.
No, well, I'm done with that. No, I think Maxine Dupree is doing very well on the mic. She's improved an awful lot. She's doing actually really great with that. And I'm delighted Penta is back as well. I'm still liking what they're doing with Austin Theory as well. See how they're going to go with that. The Gunther and R-Truth thing was just kind of a filler match, if I'm being honest with you. I didn't really understand that, why they did that in the first place, but however.
Just
They're
Um,
trying to hang on and like longevity on that little bit of heat he's clinging on to.
Well, they need to
That's
get
the-
rid of
I
that.
think
that's-
the crowd are getting bored now.
Do you agree with me that he looks a bit uncomfortable though?
Yeah,
It's not that I think
I
he
think he
knows.
does.
I think he knows himself that it's waning already, and I don't think he expected it to drop this quick. And I think that's why they're pivoting with AJ Styles so quickly as well. I don't think the boys were scheduled to lose the belts because they were doing a stellar job. Emma, you go ahead before I give my
Okay, guys.
my two-pence
So, CM Punk and Braun Breaker were brilliant, I have to say. If CM Punk lose that title, I'm going to crash out. I'm going to crash out harder than Bren, than Keith did. I'm going to crash out. I tell you one thing now, and I'll tell you this for nothing. I'm going to wear a black veil. I'm going to be in mourning like the New Day. That's what I'll do.
Who's snoring? Is that your dog?
my dog here. Yeah.
Like, Jesus Christ, Emma's not that boring. Do you know what I mean?
Sorry.
Fucking hell.
Just 1 second. I'll get him out the door now.
Just whilst Niall is getting him
poor
out
Emma
the
when
door.
she's doing her little promo and everything.
Emma, so if CM Punk loses, you're gonna go into mourning, right?
I'm
Um,
actually going to do my own promo against Braun Breaker, and I'm going to challenge him, I think. I'm going to be like, you come down to Fight Factory, and I'll show you how a real fight goes.
is there any if CM Punk loses, actually win or lose, right? Film a short and send it, and we'll upload it to the channel because
what?
you're CM Punk's #1 fan. If he loses, we get to see a crash out. If
You
he
know-
wins,
Do you know what I'm going to do? In WrestleMania, he's like, my name's CM Punk.
Yeah.
And my addiction, I'm going to be like that. That's what I'll do.
Wow.
I'll be black and white and everything. But,
Well,
If he loses, Emma, if he loses the belt to Braun Breaker, and then it was Jericho who enters the Vision and costs him the title, and you get Jericho versus Punk, is the title that important to you?
I just think it's just because, obviously, I've just got this... Listen, CM Punk's been my favorite for I don't know how long, okay? Don't judge me, all. No judging here. I'm joking. But I think it's just because we waited so long for him to have the title, and to just lose it on January 5th, I think I would be mourning. I have to say
I don't
that.
think he's gonna lose it.
Thank you.
There's a chance he might. It depends on which way to go at WrestleMania. Like I said last week,
Yeah.
there's a scenario I'd like to see, but I don't know if it's gonna happen because you never know. If it's
Yeah.
not been leaked, it's not happening.
Anyway,
Well, I assume we're going to get some sort of a title change next Monday, aren't we? It's going to be something.
Oh, I
isn't
would
it?
imagine so. Yeah, I mean,
Nikki Bella's gonna win. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Because WWE has a big habit of surprising us with really good booking.
No,
no,
but I
Brock
mean,
Brock
but I
Lesnar
mean,
Lesnar's gonna come back and then go missing.
This
Yeah,
could
but
No,
I
be
mean-
but
back.
they need to lift Raw. They need to lift
Yeah.
WWE. It's been very flat over the last while.
Yeah, but
Do you know?
anyway,
Watch
So we-
AEW, great crack.
like we have a long show, so I'll continue on with Raw. I'll do a quick one.
Yeah.
I'll run it back. Basically, the triple threat match with Stephanie McCurry, Nikki Bella, and Raquel Rodriguez. Again, I am a Nikki Bella fan. I'm not gonna sit here and defend or anything because right now it's like, not that I'm agreeing with you guys, but I can see it. Okay, I can see it. So, but one thing, Raquel Rodriguez needs to get a Judgment Day because she's brilliant. I love
Yeah,
her.
he is good.
She said.
Really, really good.
Yeah.
Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. I'm a fan of Kabuki Warriors. I like the Rhea and Io kind of, see where that goes. Gunther and R-Truth again was a filler. Austin Theory, I need to see how I need to see more of how he works with the Vision, because I can't remember who said it, but it's like they didn't strike while the iron's hot. You know,
Yep.
it's like I don't know. I'm a fan of Thierry, so excited to see that. Penta's back. Let's all rejoice. Maxine Dupree's brilliant. Let me just put that out there. She's brilliant. Her and Becky, this great feud, I love it. I didn't think the Usos would win, but I mean, with everything like Jey Uso and stuff, maybe this could be a way forward. That's kind of cool, and I hope they defend it a lot more. So, yeah, that's kind of my round.
But this could be a short term, do you think, with Jey Uso and Serena's brother, the tag titles?
I don't know. You know what? It'd be great to see them kind of hold on to it for a bit and defend it a lot, because there's great tag teams out there and like who can win it back and stuff. I think that'd be quite good. But also,
Well,
another one more thing: Judgment Day be gone. That's it.
can I just ask one thing? Do you think this is Austin Theory's last chance of a push? Because he's had a few now.
So long as you're still employed there, it's never your last chance, is it?
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
I kind of felt, I don't know whether you guys felt it with the Usos. I said it to, I'm a huge Usos fan, of course. I said it to Keith today when we were chatting earlier. It didn't feel like they had come together and won the tag straps. It felt like it was setting up for them to kind of a short title run where they drop the belts and blame it on each other, and then they're going to run back the Mania match and fix what's unfixed or something like that. That's how it felt to me. Didn't really feel like that we were getting a 9-time tag team champions or whatever it is at this stage. I was very disappointed that Styles and Dragon Lee dropped the belts anyway, because they've really been the shining light on Raw for the last month or so, or whatever it is. So I was quite disappointed in that. Obviously, I could see why they do, because they're going to puff it with Gunther very quick, because it's running out of steam quickly, and he needs to start attacking someone like an AJ to get back on that rail again. I'm surprised no one mentioned Balor's promo. I thought Balor's promo was sensational.
Yeah.
I thought it had everything in it, every bit of emotion. I thought he was very, very good. I thought he made it very, very clear as well that he wanted to be that singles guy again and inject himself into the top titles again and stuff like that, which I thought was really, really cool. And I liked the way he kind of, talking about how he had carried everything on his back. Just 1 second again. Jesus Christ.
You know what? Whilst Niall's gone, I am actually, we should have been talking about Balor's promo, because it was brilliant. It was the best he's done in years. I was kind of hoping that he would say, do you know what, the Judgment Day is done, they've been holding me down. But I think what's going to happen is, I think we're seeing seeds again. I feel like the Judgment Day have been going on since 1999. Do you know what I mean? I think they've been going on that long. The breakup's been,
What is it, 3 years now, is it?
But I just think that the promo he cut, like Niall said, it was phenomenal. And I hope it leads to something. I hope it gives Balor the push that we heard he was going to get last year. Sorry, Niall, fire away.
Yeah, no, I just thought it was, I thought it was kind of one of those coming out kind of promos that really set a scene for what we might see this coming year. And we did say in our previous podcasts and stuff like that 2026 needed to be a year where some of these guys come more to the forefront and we change up that upper echelon a little bit, Hopefully starting with Drew McIntyre beating Cody Rhodes and taking the belt off him, that's for sure. But that's the kind of we need Balor in there again and some sort of guys. And if Jericho does come back, if Punk and Braun Breaker and all these guys, to have Balor injected in there in some shape, form or fashion.
I'd love to see Balor and Rollins again. I'd love to see Balor and Rollins again.
Yeah.
Don't rule it out.
Yeah, I wouldn't rule any of it out. You know what I mean? But I think, I think Balor Drew McIntyre would be very good. I think Balor Cody Rhodes. I was kind of talking to Keith today as well, and I was thinking if we do get a title change, ideally what would be the one? And I was kind of thinking, do you know what I'd love to see happen? I'd love to see Cody Rhodes drop the belt to Drew McIntyre, and I'd love to see Cody Rhodes kind of, just rerun it back again, insofar as maybe go back down there into that US title picture or something like that against the likes of a Carmelo Hayes or a Trick Williams or something like that, and just take a step back out of that top level to elevate that next level down, up a level, if you like. And I think Cody Rhodes is more than capable of doing that. You know what I mean? And that's not a slide on him either. I'm not doing this for clicks or anything like that. But I think that run with Cody Rhodes. Yeah, absolutely. And you know what I mean? And we've seen Balor going down to NXT, and we've seen Kevin Owens do it and Sami Zayn and done really, really good work and stuff like that and all. And I think sometimes when you stay up there too long, like it's kind of the same old stick. And it's kind of, and listen, we're going to talk about it in the year in review.
They need fresh faces.
Which is quite a difficult thing. Yeah, they need to just not necessarily even fresh faces, but just a fresh kind of mix in that area. You know, maybe 1 or 2 step out and 1 or 2 step in, and just freshen it up, and you get different kind of feuds, and it's not the same old kind of thing, you know. And I think if you put a Cody Rhodes down there against, not down there, but you know what I mean, against a Carmelo Hayes or a Trick Williams or a, you know, whatever it is, I think he could re-energize that again. Or if you inject him into an IC situation or a US situation, you know what I mean? I think like a program of Cody Rhodes and Dom, if he wasn't injured, would be electric. You know what I mean? And I think, again, that work, like we talk about, where certain women elevate women in their career because of the history and stuff like that. I think that could really work well. And I think Cody Rhodes would be very interested in something like that as well. I think it would rejuvenate him and get the energy flowing again. We've had the finish to the story. We've had all the other stuff. We've Drew McIntyre taking pot shots at the dad and at him and all to elevate up the heel level and stuff like that and all. We really do need a really, really good heel carrying a belt at the moment, you know. And as good a heel as Punk can be at times as well, he's so over and so liked and stuff. It's very difficult for him, you know.
He's Diet Punk now, isn't he?
He's not. Yeah. Well, first of all, he's definitely not Diet Punk because he's been doing some of the best promos on the show itself. I don't think it's fresh faces that they need. They need better stories. That's a fact. And if Cody's going to go, you say down, I know what you mean. If Cody's going to go for a mid-title, the story better be good. But I promise you this, and I said it a few months ago, and I'll say it again. When Drew McIntyre wins the title, I said 4 months in, we'll be having the exact same conversation. And it's not down to Drew, it's down to the stories, it's down to the WWE. And it's happened with every champion. It happens with every champion.
Yeah, we were 4 months into Cody and we were dreading it. And we said we would and stuff like that and all. You know what I mean? Let's be honest here.
True, yeah.
Everyone, like a lot of you think about that Cody Rhodes. How quick did that Cody Rhodes situation die off after that Mania win?
Is that just wrestling fans, Noel? Is that just wrestling fans though? Is that because this is what I'm noticing. Wrestling fans switch like that, and it just goes like that.
I don't think it was a switch. I think it just got stale. I think we came out of the Bloodline situation, which was electric, and we knew that there was going to be a drop off. We predicted it on the podcast that once the Bloodline went away and Cody sailed off with the belt and the story was complete and blah 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 blah, we knew the drop off was going to be massive because we've said it on this podcast. When Roman Reigns walks out, it's Stone Cold Steve Austin levels, it's Rock levels, it's the aura. Cody Rhodes doesn't have that mega star aura. He comes out, he's over, he sells merch, carries himself very well, represents the company very well. But when Roman Reigns walks out, it's a different level.
Dave doesn't agree with you because he's obviously gone off the podcast, right? So Dave doesn't agree with you either.
Dave's an AEW guy. Dave's an AEW guy.
Look, I know what you're saying, but I do this. Like you just said that Cody, he ticks every box. He ticks every box, and it's not good enough. And I just think, and again, I leave it at this because I'm going to sound like a broken dead horse or whatever that saying is.
Broken dead record.
Yeah, a broken dead record. Yeah, one of them. But the point is, I think we'll be having the same conversation about Drew in 3 to 4 months. I don't
think so, Bram, because I think Cody needs a break away from that title run and just put him somewhere.
Yeah, maybe,
else.
But it's a poison chalice at this point, based on the reactions of champions since the Bloodline drop off. Fair enough.
Yeah,
I think you have a better chance if you're a heel. Do you know where they really made a mistake this year? Really, Cody should have turned heel, not Cena. That's where they dropped the ball. Really, that's what should have happened. And I think that's where we kind of fell asunder. I don't know what happened, Dave. He's lost us. He's not back there yet. Anyway, I'll keep an eye. But yeah, I just kind of feel it needs. Myself and Keith spoke about it today. We're kind of in a bubble at the moment, and it's a negative kind of bubble, and we're trying to break out of it. And we need creative, and we need WWE to burst that bubble at the moment to let us break out in 2026 and go back enjoying it again. I find I would really look forward to watching Cody Rhodes in that mid to upper level, you know, working with those guys, creating different stuff and all. And I would be very enthusiastic about that. And as much as what people think on this podcast, I'm a Cody Rhodes fan. I want the best for Cody Rhodes. You've heard me talk on this podcast about Karrion Kross and what I wanted for him and all. I don't wish that on anyone and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But I think it's a two-way street. And I think sometimes, excuse the Jey Uso point, sometimes you do have to roll it back to restart it again. And I think if you had a Cody Rhodes in there, bringing legitimacy to those IC people or US people, I think that the job he could do there with Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams and guys like that, again, who are on that upper level of coming up to becoming stars, he could be that guy, a bit like when we talk about LA Knight, who could be that gatekeeper for those guys to now turn around and eventually go, that guy's ready for a world belt. That guy's ready.
I think the story, Rosemary says it in the chat there. To me, the story is Randy Orton versus Cody and Randy Orton taking the belt. I think there's a better story there. There's a, no pun intended, there's legacy there to play around with history. Keith, I cut over you there. I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say to Niall, do you remember, obviously, years and years and years ago when Taker went down and he helped the likes of Jeff Hardy and all that, and he helped the likes of RVD and all when he had the hardcore title. They need to do something like that, I think, with Cody. You know, that's what I think they need to do.
It just needs a kind of a shake up and a reset. You know, nearly needs like a a version of a draft lottery, but not a draft lottery, and just a resetting of where we're at and stuff like that and all. That's how I'm kind of feeling about it at the moment. I just think Cody has so much more to offer, and I think carrying the title week in, week out, and having to rock up in a real difficult situation as well, because the farewell tour was terrible and it was tough and it was laborious, and you know, it brought a lot of people down and stuff like that. And I think now carrying that, I said it the other day, if you weren't a wrestling fan and you suddenly tuned into SmackDown and Cody came down to the ring without the belt, I don't know whether you think of him as being the champion. You know what I mean? That's the way I'm feeling at the moment. I love Cody Rhodes, but I want Cody Rhodes to offer so much more to the company, not just to be the champion. So what are we going to talk about? How are you doing, Grand Rapids? Like, he's much more than that. He's way much more than that. You know what I mean? And I don't think he's another guy at the moment who I think his better work happens when he's on the chase or when he's not around the title. And I think some of the stuff he could do, and I think it would re-energize him as well. I think the stuff he could do with Carmelo Hayes, even if you want to go the Obafemi route, but don't necessarily have it being strangled by a title. You know what I mean? Because my big fear with Obafemi as well is that they rush that through, and then you end up in the Jade Cargill situation where she's not even defending the belt, you know, and we know why it's not happening. And we love Jade Cargill, and she looks $1 million, and she's every bit a superstar. But like, you know, it's like what we spoke about with Karrion Kross. Looks the business until they step through the ropes, and then it's going to, oh God, what's happened here? Like, you know, so that's my that's my only thing that I'm saying. I would love to see Carmelo Hayes and Cody Rhodes. I think that'd be sensational.
Do you know what? I think it's funny. Do you remember when he done the Dash and Cody Rhodes heel work? Do you not think that would work now with the suit and the hair and the cockiness and the fact that he looks, you know, a lot better than he used to? Bring back. He got better with
age. He got better with age.
Bring back the Dash and Cody Rhodes thing. Though I think that would work as a heel gimmick in this day and age, because he wears the suit, gets out of a private bus, has all the sponsorships. He should just be a cocky, arrogant bastard of a heel. Yeah. I think that would work really, really well. Just bring back Dash and Cody Rhodes, problem solved.
Absolutely. Big up, Sharon. Yeah, no Uso hating. No, you won't get it from me anyway, that's for sure. I love the Usos.
They make him money.
I love the Usos. I don't necessarily like the Usos against each other. But that's for a different story. That's for another super kick party.
Finn fell off because of Vince, because the second he got injured, he was tossed into the damaged goods pile. Vince didn't want to bring him back.
Vince never really liked Finn Balor anyway.
We'll talk about this later, but there's rumors going around that TKO selling WWE and stuff like that. I'm starting to see more and more headlines like that.
Just read an article, Brian. You're right. Basically,
Vince McMahon involved again.
Yeah, there's basically a court case being put up about it. That Vince McMahon sold WWE TKO as his own means to an end. He manipulated the whole deal And apparently Nick Khan and Triple H got massive payoffs from it, from the sales. So I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll talk about it another time.
Insider trading. There you go. Tell you, billionaires. Yeah. Right. Let's move on from Raw. I wanted to have a quick chat about this. Mainly, I wanted to get Emma your thoughts on it. Evolution won the vote on No DQ for the best pay-per-view of the year. No surprise there. I think we were all in agreement to that. See, Emma, this is why I wonder why you get so upset about CM Punk and the title when this is the kind of stuff that's going on. You should be electric on this stuff as well.
I walk a mile inside. Sorry.
You walk alone.
Tremendous.
You walk alone.
Tremendous.
Yeah. So I thought I'd put it up there because I think it kind of went in a way that we spoke about, even with Dave getting in a couple of shows there and stuff. So it was worth having a look. Now that No DQ audience are pretty good and they're pretty savvy when it comes to wrestling.
Hey,
Hey!
get him in there.
I wanted to
Get him
put
in
this
there.
up here, Maxwell.
Incredible.
Dave,
Boy.
I know we didn't touch too much on World's End, and you've still promised me a review video on it. I'm sure.
I have.
But I thought this was very good. I spoke to Bren about this as well, and I thought it was good insofar it was like it felt like a 2-year long-term storytelling, really, didn't it? From when he dropped the belt to Joe back in 23
Yep.
on basically nearly the same date and the same show. And
Yep,
I thought it was where I didn't necessarily want Joe to lose the belt because he had climbed the mountain and stuff like that. I thought if he was going to lose the belt, this was kind of fitting for it.
Because technically, you know, when you're in against 3 other people, it's less damaging when you lose that belt.
Yeah.
I personally thought it was a great main event. I love the fact that when you mentioned there the storytelling part of it, from when he lost the belt to Joe in 2023, he had that little rivalry with Swerve Strickland. You had the massive one this year with Adam Page, and then to get all of the last 3 big feuds he's had in one ring and to win it for the title by using the underhanded heel tactics and all, I thought this is if you're gonna strap the rocket on him again, do it now, because the company's in a place at the moment where it's getting back up there again now. The ship's starting to steady again and finally rise out of that post CM Punk bullshit that was going on. And I think they're sticking with those 4 that were in that ring, and the Young Bucks are being pushed aside, and all the bullshit's being slowly pushed aside now.
Yeah.
And they're starting to focus on the people who can elevate the company. And this guy's money. That's, you know, he's like you know, for WWE, for example, you put CM Punk on anything, it sells. You know, you put Roman Reigns on anything, it sells. There you go.
Guilty.
AEW is MJF's promotion. He's
Yeah,
there from the beginning, and he'll hopefully continue to be there.
And Dave, one of the things that, because we were going to go through the good, the bad, and the ugly, and one of the things that when I was thinking about the AEW part was their consistency this year in terms of pay-per-views.
It's been outstanding.
And MJF touched on it yesterday, I think, in an interview. He's like, yeah, sure, everybody's talking about the WWE, but look at AEW, look at the consistency. And I think it's only a matter of time if they keep chipping away and WWE keep making the mistakes and releasing the leaks.
I think one of his most important comments in that interview was the fact that he said when WWE does well, he gives them kudos. He gives them the
100%.
praise it deserves. But he's right, though, because AEW has been consistently great with pay-per-views over the course of the entire year, but it's still not cool to like AEW since the Punk crap. Since the fall off.
We've
from
had this
the,
conversation,
you know,
and I told you how I felt, and it influenced, that Punk situation influenced what I think of certain people in AEW. To the point where I stopped watching, I was like, that's a bunch of losers over there.
Exactly.
I am and my balls going to watch AEW. A bunch of losers licking their wounds. Anyway, sorry. But yeah, but consistency is key.
Exactly. And this guy, as long as he has the strap on him, is going to continue to draw a bigger and bigger audience, hopefully, because they've got All In now in 2026 in Wembley. They've got to fill Wembley again, and it's no easy feat, given that the year after the Punk debacle, they didn't sell as many tickets in Wembley. Now, it still drew over 60,000 people, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But since then, they had it in Texas this year. And with Wembley back now next year, they really need to up their game. And
they're not going to draw 70,000+ people to Wembley with the current roster.
No, but that's what I mean.
The likelihood Jericho ain't going to be there either. Jericho's going to be gone. And by the
When is
time
the Miz's contract up?
and by the time that event rolls around as well, we could be getting whispers of Cope going back as well.
Yeah.
Let's be honest here, you know what I mean? So then you're left with, I don't think,
Exactly.
I think Osprey does a certain amount of draw value there in the British community and stuff like that and
Yeah.
all.
I think
But
Osprey will draw
I think
for the title
as
match.
as good as I think MJF is and stuff like that as well, if you look at that roster post Jericho,
Mhm.
post Cody, post Punk, if you look at what they've lost,
Yeah.
that's the nucleus of your draw. Like even Mox in there, okay, you'll draw the crazies who are bloodthirsty and stuff like that and all, but we're talking about 70,000+ here. That's a real stretch for those guys, I think. Just to mention on this, Rosemary, do you not think his prime was the minute he won the belt at Mania, and like he had completed the story, because that was the top of the mountain? I thought he had to complete the story with the dad and stuff like that. And after that, I thought it was like you couldn't elevate any higher than that. That's as high as it got. And then the drop off, you were going to come down the other side of that mountain. And this is not a disrespect to Cody Rhodes. Plenty of world champions and WWE champions have gone down a notch and made things look really, really good and stuff like that. And also, this is not me devaluing Cody Rhodes, the champion, or his legacy. This is me wanting Cody Rhodes to give me so much more that he can offer. And at the moment, he ain't offering me anything. He ain't offering me anything near what he should. I love Cody Rhodes. You know what I mean?
His fault.
Yeah,
But like it doesn't matter.
But it doesn't matter whose fault it is. Let's not sit back here and think like he doesn't have a say in some of the stuff. I mean, he's at that level now. You know, like see how come then? Like how come CM Punk is doing so well? How come Braun Breaker's doing so well? How come Drew McIntyre is doing so well? So you can't just blame. There's times when we can go in and go, yeah, the company dropped the ball on Jey Uso and both had a part to play there. And they really strapped that rocket to him and they didn't when they said they would. But like, we can't keep on turning around going, oh, this is the company, this is Triple H. And then like on other stuff that they do, we think it's great. So like we're either 1 foot in or 1 foot out, you know what I mean? He has a big part to play in it as well, you know what I mean? And I just think he has so much more to offer. So much more to offer. And that's the only thing that disappoints me. And it's not even, Anto, it's not even lower tier. I don't think of that as being lower tier. I don't think of Carmelo Hayes as being, I know he's not in that top echelon and stuff like that, but like, look at where Braun Breaker came from. It was only so long ago that Braun Breaker was in that kind of middle upper tier and stuff. Now look at Braun Breaker. He's been pinned as a potential world champion now.
But also, Noel, the list of IC champs, it's a history-making belt. It's the workers' belt. Randy Savage, Texas Tornado. I don't know why I mentioned T-shirt. Mr. Perfect comes to mind. So yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't discuss, like, to me, those belts. You know how I feel about tag team wrestling and everything else. And when I talk about those belts, you heard me talking about AJ Styles and Dragon Lee and how pissed I was at the treatment of the tag division over the last couple of years and stuff like that. And they were that shining light that gave me that opportunity to go, now I can get stuck in, I can watch a bit of tag team wrestling and enjoy it. It's the same with the IC and the US belt. I don't value them any less or any more. Drew versus Logan Paul. I don't know. I mean, they're both heels, aren't they? So I don't know whether that's going to work, is it? They're hardly going to turn Logan face, I'd imagine. Punk is my top 3 wrestlers of the year. Yeah, that's a shout. Absolutely. Absolutely. Trick will take the title off Cody, I say, and then he turns heel. I don't think so. I think Trick's going to go into a thing with Carmelo Hayes, I would say. And I think that's the money for that. I think anyway. Now too young and for Trick.
Too early for Trick, 100%.
Yeah, we don't want to elevate them too quick. We know what happens when that happens as well. Who's going to get the IC title now? Dom is out.
Great question.
Was it a shoulder injury he's got?
Yeah, shoulder injury. I think off the DDT from Rey Mysterio, wasn't it? Apparently from the da.
I'd give it a Penta. I think he's deserved it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You know, originally we thought that's where it might go, you know, so it's not a bad shout. And you know he's going to carry it well as well. They'll probably have to do something as well with the AAA belt as well, won't they?
I'll finally give it to Sheamus.
The AAA belt?
No,
I know what you mean. I'm only messing.
Put a mask on him. Cody Rhodes adrenaline in my soul. Oh, Cody Rhodes. There we go.
Oh, would you stop?
It should be Logan Paul.
Oh no,
definitely. Yeah.
I actually think Logan Paul would be a good twist, a good surprise, and he'd be a deadly bad guy champ.
He did it well with the US title, to be fair.
Incredible.
I can never really see him being a babyface though.
That
No, he'll
concerns
be in
me.
the
That
division with
run
the
it back
IC title.
goose. That run it back goose concerns me, I have to say. We did get confirmation. Backlash is back off to Puerto Rico again, apparently. So
Can't
that
wait
should
for
be
that.
interesting. I thought the crowd were immense that night and stuff like that. You
Was
know?
that not meant to be in Italy? No.
No, they've changed it. It's apparently something leaked the
Oh.
other day that apparently it's gone back to Puerto Rico. So that should
So
be
we're
interesting.
not getting Italian PLE then.
Well, I'm not
I
saying we
was-
won't, but I'm saying it just apparently that the leak at the moment is it's Puerto Rico.
I mean, how could you not do Clash at the Coliseum? Come on, it's written out in fucking front of you.
Well, it's not even in Rome. The pay-per-view's
in
got to be
Turin.
somewhere else in Italy. It's a pain in
It's
the
in
arse.
Turin, yeah, it's in the north in Turin, sadly. Clash at the San Siro. Yeah.
Mate, it's not going to be there much longer, so they may as well do something.
Oh, quality.
Noil's cooking. Absolutely. We normally have the chef on. He's not on tonight. He's normally. the cook.
I'm all right. I'm
Yeah.
all right with Puerto Rico getting Backlash. I
When's
enjoyed
that
the last
happening?
time they were there. After May, you
Dashing
normally
car-
beat.
Dashing Carmelo Hayes. Here we go. Yeah, even put him in a group with Cody or something like that. Just change it up. You know what I mean? Just do something out of the box. Something they've been promising us.
Where's
Another one,
Jacob
Jacob.
Fatu? That's a good point, Asgard. Where is Jacob Fatu?
He's due
gone?
back. He's due back shortly, isn't he? He's due
Gonna
back.
be-
He's
gonna be
imminent as far
mustache.
as I know. Imminent as far as I know. What else have I got for you? Let me race through this. This is this was, I know this is small for you guys. I tried to fit it all in one slide. But this is WWE ranking their top 25 moments. It starts off.
It's
It's
upside
obviously
down, no.
what?
Sure, it's not upside down, no.
Well, the
Definitely not
heel
upside
run
down,
itself
like
was
that.
excellent.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, it shocked us all, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about it more, I suppose, because a lot of these things might come up as part of our review and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
there's no point in dwelling on it. Lads, I wanted to get your thoughts on this. AJ Styles coming up 10-year anniversary in the company and stuff like that. How have we felt about AJ overall now that we know that we could potentially have another farewell tour for 3 or 4
Loved
months or whatever it is?
Great.
Loved him.
Great.
He's been a 8 out of 10 every single week, and very, very rarely, if ever, has he dropped the ball as far as the promo goes, as far as that match goes. He's not put a foot wrong in the 10 years he's been in the company. So for me, he deserves the biggest send off they can possibly give him.
He'll go into the Hall of Fame in the next 2 or 3 years, I think.
Oh, he will. 100%.
She could win the same year as Cena, which I think should be 2027.
I don't know. He's the first
Um,
ballot Hall of Famer, I think. AJ.
For me, AJ Styles, his debut was phenomenal. No pun intended. It was absolutely incredible, and he didn't let us down from the debut onwards.
No.
I can't think of a single time. I know there was a
No.
couple of pay-per-view matches where we were like, you didn't really show up, but I can't, like, in terms of consistency. And you know what? Delighted for him. Working his arse off since the late 90s to finish up and finish out his dream. So I'm just happy for somebody who seems like a decent guy. He wouldn't sign the WWE belt. Either would I. Like actually, I want to just for a second. That's like bringing the Winged Eagle belt to the Honky Tonk Man and asking him to sign it. It's ridiculous. He's never held the belt. Oh man. So anyway, and the point is, he's great. I'll stop there.
It's going to be a big loss, isn't he? He's going to be a big
Yeah.
loss.
Yeah.
100%.
He's going with no Clash in Colombia. There we go. Stephanie Vacour, top billing. Oh, I'll tell you, those South Americans, they love going down there being crazy. AJ Styles refusing to sign an AEW toy belt
Don't
from a
blame
fan. Yeah. Did you see the video then of Darby Allin signing the WWE one?
Yeah.
It was so good, wasn't it? It was so
Brilliant.
good. And then
But I
some
just, yeah.
guy clipped them both together as well, and they were brilliant. They were so good. I thought it
Doesn't
was
make
hilarious.
AJ look like a
And-
bad dude though.
No, it doesn't. No,
It doesn't
100%
not.
no.
But did you see the way Darby Allin was working the fan as well, and then he went, well, and he signed it. It was so good.
Yeah,
Love
he's
Darby
another one
Allin.
who I've been
Right.
really enjoying lately.
Yeah,
Really,
Darby
he's
Allin.
a head
yeah,
case,
yeah.
but he's a
He's
kind of
Setting
a
his
another
brother
lovely-
on fire.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You
Guy's
need
an
that
idiot.
craziness. Here, look. Undertaker thought Kane was dead, so shut up.
sometimes you
Checkmate.
need to set your brother on fire. Sometimes
Kayfabe
that
is
just
real,
happens,
Bren.
What do we make? Yeah, AJ, I think it's going to be. I just hope they handle it right. I hope I'm not going to get the kind of Cena disappointment that I got. Jey Uso 1 should be gone.
Well, are we expecting him to be gone by
So-
Mania?
I was just going to say, Keith, by the looks of things, they might rush it. I thought we were going to get an entire year, and I thought they were going to play back a feud. I thought we were going to see a few guest spots. But by the looks of things, and I think, Niall, you said it previously, and Keith, you just said it, it could be rushed, and WrestleMania could be see you later, AJ Styles.
Do you know what they probably learned from the Cena farewell tour? They learned that no matter how they tried to get from a creative point of view, if you're running a significant wrestler's career and a farewell tour, it overshadows everything else you're trying to do, and you don't get the reaction then from the rest of what you're trying to put out there.
That's a
And
brilliant
I
point.
think that was the biggest problem in 2025. The biggest problem in 2025 is, as wrestling fans and John Cena fans as well, we were on such an emotional roller coaster that we couldn't get ourselves together to enjoy some of the stuff that we liked during the year. And I thought it was real weird when I was going through our highs and our lows when we get to that section, and I've an interesting idea on it.
I think his last match should be against Finn Balor. That's just me now, even if it's at Mania.
Absolutely, he's phenomenal, Rosemary. He is really, his name really suits and stuff like that. It has to be something like a Balor or something like that, doesn't it? Do you know what would be really cool? And I never thought of this, but I thought if AJ Styles' last match in WWE, if you like, or in TKO, was maybe a main event at Bound for Glory, where if you could get a situation, do you know what I'd love to see again? I'd love to see AJ Styles bound out in a triple threat versus Chris Daniels and Samoa Joe.
Phenomenal.
And I think that's how I would love AJ Styles to go. I don't want AJ Styles
could be
getting
done.
choked out by Gunther. And listen, we know we're not going to get those, what I would regard as 20-star matches when I watched them back then and stuff like that and all. Forget about Meltzer's 5 or 6 stars. These were incredible things. But I really believe it. They have a chance here to correct what they got wrong this year with John Cena and do it properly. And I think if you could roll it back some way like that, where you could recreate the magic, not of where it all started, because obviously AJ was around for a while, even at that stage, through the Nashville days and stuff like that and all. But just to have something like that would be absolutely outstanding. Yeah, roll me, big up, roll me. Imagine his match against Dixie Carter. Good Lord, you know what I mean?
Thing about it is, he'd pull a great match out
Crazy.
of Dixie Carter.
Yeah.
That man could wrestle a broom, the old cliche, and it'd be quality.
It did, Rosemary. You're right. It did have bad matches. It was just.
Brand, you know what I would love to see?
Tough, you know.
And I know he's retired, but I would love to see AJ versus HBK. That would have been a stellar match.
Hey, HBK just got some new hips,
Mm.
some new knees. Don't be surprised if you do see it. He could make up for that shit match he did in when he was teaming with Triple H against your brothers.
The Bionic Baldy.
Bionic Baldy.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, no, I think it's AJ last match against Dixie Carter. Yeah, AJ versus AJ Leon Slater. I mean, no one's upset at that. You know what I mean? But
No.
yeah, but I think if they could do an emotional main event Bound for Glory, if they could find a way to do a kind of a WWE TNA combined kind of partnership event that's like a Bound for Glory, that would be significant enough for him to go out. No one's going to want to watch this guy tap out and go to sleep to Gunther in Vegas this year. No.
When
one's
does
gonna
Bound for
want
Glory normally be, Niall?
it. It's normally
Forget.
October, isn't it? I think it's October. Normally.
Yeah. If it was
Good
close
to
to
see.
March, you could
Good
almost combine that with WrestleMania.
Slammiversary closer.
Yeah, Slammiversary is normally September, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I think the significance of it, you know, maybe a Bound for Glory, or maybe a cage match, maybe a lockdown or something like that, or
Yeah.
you know, something, you know, or maybe some sort of dare I say, like an Ultimate X match, or so, you know, something really, really cool, you know, where you know we can all like can pull on our heartstrings, but it'll still be a great match. It'll be one that we want them to go out on, that we can remember. No one wants to see this. No one really wants to see Gunther choke out this guy, move on to the next guy, and go through them like they had no effect. AJ could wrestle a hairline back onto HBK. Good, absolutely.
Ren,
Listen,
you know what
don't sleep-
HBK stands for?
Don't sleep half ball kid, yeah. Yeah, there we go.
Hip
No,
ball
TNA
and
don't
need
have the star
HBK, pal.
Yeah, but see, in a thing like this, Rosemary, I don't necessarily worry about the star power. When you talk about like even John Cena's last match, I didn't care about what the quality of the match was. I didn't care so long as it was someone who was significant to his career. So I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care if AJ, Joe, and Chris Daniels go in and it doesn't deliver what we think, but you still get that significant good send off and nostalgia stuff and all. I think that's what's key in these situations. He's given us all the wrestling that we've ever wanted and stuff like that. So that's not where I'm coming from with it, you know. That's just my view. And listen, I don't know about there's no star. Don't have the star power. There's plenty of star power in TNA.
But also as well, 2026, in my opinion, is going to be a massive year for TNA. A lot of people have slept on TNA over the last couple of years. It has been brilliant, and in 2026, I think we're going to see the rise of TNA, which is mental to be saying in 2025, because I predicted the death of that company so many times, but the resilience of it and to see it come back, and it's bloody brilliant. I can't wait for TNA to go to Thursday nights.
Even that, imagine that 6-sided ring coming back. You know what I mean? It'd be amazing. You know what I mean?
I think starting with WWE's helped them a lot as well.
Yeah, I seen that around me AMC. Yeah, that's going to be big for them and stuff like that. Yeah,
delighted for them.
Yeah, absolutely, Rosemary. Noila's been on fire.
What show are you watching, Rosemary?
Yeah, there you go. They don't give me any praise here at all, Rosemary. He called me the old guy Paul Heyman earlier and all, you know what I mean? So there you go. There you go. He lacks my vision. Obafemi nearly equalised against United. Obafemi.
Jesus.
Obafemi Martins.
There we go. Yeah, not the Obafemi, the other Obafemi. TNA resurrected like Tyson Fury in a boxing match. Yeah, it has. It's really come back. You know, when Jericho's telling you it's the second biggest wrestling company in the country, you know what I mean? That says a lot. Can you do WWE 2K video game tournament?
Let's do it. Let's do it. Now, first of all, hang on, Emma. No, you wouldn't.
Oh yeah, I would.
I would kick your ass in that game.
Well, you can work away on that because I'm not really a gamer. So
I'm not doing that. I haven't played one since WWE 13, I think it was.
Okay, boomers. Leave it to us, young people then.
Yeah, absolutely.
No more slides.
No, we're going to get into the highs and lows. We're going to start on about 2025. I do just want to pop in a video here that I had. I just don't want it to play straight away. That's all.
Oh, yeah. He's bringing
Wait for a second.
So we are going to talk about the year in review 2025. Each of you just tell me what you liked, what you didn't like. I found that on the outset, without getting into too much detail, the thing that I found that a lot of my highlights started out in 2025 suddenly became my lowlights. And I don't know where you felt that and stuff like that, you know. So, you know, things like I thought when Jey Uso was pushed towards the title and got the push, I thought that was great. He won the title, and I'm like, here we go. Going to break out Jey Uso was going to step a rocket team. He's going to be the next huge star. And it just fell on the pass. So that's it. It goes in as a highlight and a low light, you know, that kind of way. Let us know anyway. Let's kick it off. Frank, kick us off. Highlights, lowlights. You don't have to go too in depth and detail. Just give us a noise.
I won't know. What I'll do is I'll just categorize it real quick and I'll go through it. So I have it listed, so I'm just going to read it just so I'm quick.
Just need a couple, you know what I mean? Don't need loads, just a couple. Your top ones, you know.
Back in 1992, no, I'm only messing. So the WWE, the good was John Cena's heel turn. The run of the heel turn was brutal. Another highlight for me for WWE was the US title, Zayn and Dragunov specifically, Cody Rhodes' connection with the SummerSlam match, and so on. Braun Breaker and their work with TNA. With TNA NXT, Joe Hendry has been outstanding this year. The Hardys retiring Bubba Ray. AEW, Tony Storm, MJF, and consistent pay-per-view quality, right? I'll go to the bad. AEW, MJF and the Hurt Syndicate. Too long, just bad, prolonged, terrible. WWE, Bloodline 3.0, MFTs, and how they're treating the Wyatt Six. Cena retirement tour overall. For TNA, Frankie Kazarian and Nikki Nemeth being declared co-winners of the Collier's Shot Gauntlet was a lot of balls. So I'll go straight to the ugly. WWE, this was not hard, Niall. This was easy. Travis Scott, Cena's last match, leaks and predictability. Cena versus Lesnar. Reigns return match, attack, leave, repeat. Thought that was terrible. AEW, kid-friendly TV, question mark. I love Mox, but the story for Mox was bloody terrible. TNA, Santana's TNA Championship reign was cut way too short. Robert Stone's power trip, it was just terrible. It was nonsensical. And the last thing that I thought was really ugly for TNA was AJ Styles' return. The reason I thought it was really ugly is because I expected so much more. Read
this comment.
Hold on. That scene screenshot of the face when Stephanie McCourt did the knees move on Nikki through the announce table. Yeah, there you go. So
Absolutely.
You
that's
just call
me in
him
a nutshell.
Cena. I have to call him C now. You just call him C now. I have to call him C now. It's Cena Mac.
We actually went through, Rosemary. We did our award show last week. If you want to go back and check it, it's on the channel. Last week's live show, we did our year-end awards, and it was like, or was it last year or the week before?
It was last week.
Last week. Last
Yeah,
week,
last
I should say, not last year. Last week, we did our award show. Check it out. We went through all the matches and the top male and female and the matches and everything. We covered all the awards like a slammy show, basically. So check it out. You'll enjoy it.
Great show.
It was really, really
Like
good.
Keith does and roll it back.
Yeah. Keith, highs, lows.
I thought he's gone again. I thought I thought the Seth Rollins Punk stuff was really, really good. To me, again, that was just the best thing out of the whole year. As well as that, I actually really enjoyed the Women's Evolution. I thought that pay-per-view was stellar, to be quite honest with you. And I hope they do another one next year and they don't leave it for a few more years to do another one. But really enjoyed that. The SummerSlam was really good as well. I quite enjoyed a lot of SummerSlam. The lows are basically John
Nikki
Cena.
Bella.
Anything with Nikki Bella is a low. Look, yeah, the Survivor Series, I think they need to get rid of that War Games. That's a low for me. I just think it needs to be like the Hell in a Cell. It needs to be there when it's a good rivalry, if it's a good stable against a stable, and bring it back for that. I think they need to bring it back with the traditional, old elimination tag matches. That's just me. I've quite enjoyed the obviously the Stephanie stuff. They've done really well with that. They've done really well with Tiffy as well. I really enjoyed her stuff. Yeah, overall, like, it hasn't really been a great year for WWE, but there is some good points to it,
Emma?
Okay, so I'm gonna go with lows. Obviously, the John Cena last match, of course. I'm just gonna talk about WWE because I've kind of just been following that kind of part.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Definitely John Cena's last match. I think the whole Gunther kind of being presented as the legend killer, perhaps. Another low has been the leaks. I think that's kind of ruining the fan experience and the anticipation, of course. Lows. Probably John Cena's heel turn not really adding up to what we had thought. Travis Scott as well. Also, The Rock hasn't really been a high this year, let's be honest. Okay, low this year. A high. Let's start. AJ
Lee. Yeah.
It's gone missing again.
Yeah. AJ Lee's return. Listen, she'll be back, and I'll be happy again.
For his satellite.
What's demo?
She did demolish.
The gaming.
Clarify later on.
Ooh.
We'll see.
Demolish you in 2K. It's the gaming thing, yeah.
Not in resolution, don't worry.
Oh. And then AJ Lee returns. CM Punk getting the title, definitely. Lyra Valkyria's kind of rise, I think, has been really great as well. Finn Balor on NXT, the pop he got was insane with his entrance. I loved the Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens feud. Another kind of match that I really liked that was a high for me was Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes at the Royal Rumble. I really, really enjoyed that match. I thought it was great. Why is it going on my head? Braun Breaker, I think he's been great. Also, I feel like Bronson Reed's kind of shown himself. He is a good talent. That may be a bit controversial.
No, that's all good.
Dom Mysterio, of course. He's been absolutely insane. Definitely high for this year. Oh, jeez, lads. like I've got more.
Well, just react to Romy's comment. Do you see it there, Niall?
Yep.
What do you think of this?
Ah, no.
Jeez.
Romy Kenobi does it again. What a man. Oh,
Oh,
It was like an 8-bit game. No, he says it does, doesn't it? Oh, God.
oh no.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Minecraft for life.
Ted DiBiase Jr. and the next Money in the Bank. If you know, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who's bailing him out first? That's the question.
Yeah. Jesus.
Oh,
Poor old Ted Jr., huh?
Go
That's
ahead.
been a Dragunov this year has been a high, I
Yes.
think. His return, his open challenges, Sami Zayn's been a high. Another low is MFTs. Get rid of them. Get out now. Get Solo to be like a comedic character on his own.
Oh, Emma, don't forget Alexa Bliss and Charlotte have been very good.
Oh, brilliant. And Lyra and Becky Lynch's heel turn, I thought was a really good high. Yeah, that's kind of it for now.
It's a great show. Rosemary, Bronson Reed. I'm a big fan of Bronson Reed. Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, well, I'll keep it short. The highs were, you know, AEW getting back to consistency. I've been enjoying watching pay-per-views and week in, week out. You know, the downfall to AEW has been just a saturated roster. I think they need to make some serious cuts in the new year if they're going to focus on making new stars and really elevating people. On the WWE side, I think Brent said it all. Same with Keith, same with Emma. I'm not really going to disagree with anyone there. For me, the biggest upside has been watching Braun Breaker and his development. Really been enjoying watching that. Punk getting the title, although he probably didn't get it at the time he was meant to, has done well transitioning from that, you know, from Seth getting injured straight into the title picture. I don't think he's missed a beat, which has been really good. But we can't not talk about the retirement tour shitstorm that it was. But yeah, that's it. You know, you guys said it all. Can't disagree with it.
Interesting. Yeah, interesting. I thought they've done a stellar job of bringing certain talent through and stuff like that. I thought, like, you know, the elevation they've done on Dom, you know, the job they've done on Roxanne, the job they've done on Raquel, you know,
Leon
Penta, you know. Go ahead.
Sorry. I just thought of that. When you were saying that, I thought Leon Slater and Devon Evans, another high.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there has been a lot of highlights in there and stuff like that. But like I said, I think it's just been so overshadowed by
John
this
Cena.
emotional roller coaster we've been on for this farewell tour, and maybe they need to look at that. I think the lows for me has been, I don't think at any stage this year, as Batista would say, you're going to give me what I want. I don't think at any stage this year they gave me what I want. I got a lot of stuff in the year, but I don't think at any stage I turned around and I went, thank you. I suppose that the closest would be AJ and Dragon Lee and the tag division re-emergence again, if you like. I think for me, the huge low was WWE pricing wrestling fans out of the product. I think is a massive low.
100%.
I think it's really, really poor. They've forgotten the whole nucleus of why we watch wrestling and why we're wrestling fans, and that opportunity to be able to go and see these larger than life stars and stuff like that and all, you know. I think is a real low for me. The other thing that I felt was a real low for me, and it started basically at the start of this year. I hate to say it, folks, I'm really missing the network. I'm really missing the network. And not necessarily for the week to week or the pay-per-views,
No,
but
for
really
content.
all the other
For the
stuff.
content.
Yeah. I'm missing, there's a massive void in my content at the moment. And that's why I'm pining for all those wrestling documentaries. And
I miss watching the old Hall of
Fames.
Fames.
Yeah, the Hall of Fames. And that was that was on my low list as well. The fact that this year, not only the cost of the tickets, but something like the Hall of Fame, which should be a celebration of the history of these boys and girls. And yet they put it in a separate event and charged people in and all. I thought was a real poor move, where it's been free up till now or part of a package.
Niall, you think the amount of money Netflix have given WWE for this 10-year deal that they have, you think they'll give all of everything, the documentaries, the Hall of Fame stuff, all the old Raws and SmackDowns?
They've only got the license for Rocky. That's the problem.
But no, they have the license for SmackDown as well. They do have the lights for SmackDown, so they should be getting all these things if they're paying stupid amounts of money for it.
They
And
don't need it though, Keith. People are still tuning in, and that's what it comes down to.
They don't care about the territories. They don't care about the legacy vintage stuff. They don't give a shit about it, and that's
It
why.
would cost them. It would cost them money to maintain all of that footage and to upload all that footage and to continue to maintain.
Well, like as
it.
Niall was saying, that's what he's missing a void in his life. With
Oh, come
something
here.
like
Listen,
that, you know, like
the WWE Network, when that launched, I in the US, I got a VPN. I got it early.
Yeah, I got
It
it
was
first
one of
week.
the, it was one of the best things to ever happen. But Niall, that's a great shout. You're spot on. It is in a massive void.
I think so.
Remember when Legend House came out?
Yeah,
You
Legends.
remember when
Yeah,
Legends
remember
House
when
came out?
Jane Auckland and all and everything. Yeah, it was crazy.
They put
Have a
Howard
Piper.
Finkel and Hillbilly
Piper
Jim in
and all.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Piper walking out of the
Hacksaw.
house and
Remember
howling at
Hacksaw and the
moon.
Hawaiian shirt and all and everything. Yeah, it was cool.
And
like,
chitlins. I didn't know what
Yeah.
chitlins were until I watched that
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, where would you get such wrestling figures, Niall?
Well, you would get them potentially on the top floor of the Stevens Green Shopping Centre if you were that
It's
way
not that shop
inclined.
next to Asha, is it?
It is.
I
that
believe
shop
it's
next
called
to Asha.
Wrestling Mania, top floor, Stevens Green.
No,
to the
it's
right,
it's
next
not
to
that
Asha.
shop next to Asha. It's that shop that Asha's next to it.
Ah,
Mhm.
right. There you
Where
go.
you can
Yeah.
also purchase such T-shirts
Yeah.
such as this.
We do, Rosemary. We collect a lot of. We are wrestling figure connoisseurs. Now, not at the Matt Cardona or Kurt levels, but we are wrestling figure connoisseurs. That's for sure. And the growth of young talent, yeah, Dave Kelly, and the growth of young talent, yeah, has been phenomenal. But yeah, I just thought, like I said, I just think when I was going down through the list, as I said, Jey Uso, highlight, low light, the Cena farewell tour and the heel turn and all, highlight, low light. Everything just kind of dissolved down into a low light, and then that kind of, by going through that process and thinking about it for the last week, it actually kind of I got it set in my own mind why I've been so disappointed in this year and why it's been such a struggle for the men and the women in there to deliver anything to us on the back of the cloud that was the farewell tour. You know what I mean? It's like kind of like, I don't know. It's just hard to explain it.
If you have a
TKO
VPN, if
nonsense,
you
yeah,
have
TKO
a
nonsense.
VPN,
Mm.
I have Peacock. Well, they still have all the old network content.
Mm.
It's
Well,
worth
that's
it for a
gone soon,
tenner if you
Dave.
want to watch. Doesn't matter. I'm going to enjoy it while it's there.
Yeah.
Take it easy.
Peacock is cheap as chips as well, isn't it? As far as I know,
$6.99 or something. Dollars.
$6.99
and
and
stuff.
stuff like that. Yeah,
And I get all the documentaries. I get all the Smackdowns. I get all the territorial stuff. All the old Saturday Night Main Event.
And I know, and listen, I know we can dig deep and we can find a lot of the stuff and things like that. But like, that was only fun years ago when you were breaking the law kind of thing. You know what I mean? You don't feel now like you're breaking the law, really. You know, it's all out there. You know what I mean? So it's not like the old kind of streaming days and the Napster and all this kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
LimeWire.
Yeah, LimeWire,
LimeWire.
Napster, and what was that? What was the wrestling? Watch wrestling.
That's still going. That's
still going.
AE. It's AE now. Yeah.
Yeah. So like,
Yeah.
it's those kind of
Still watch me
things,
Dynamite on that.
Yeah. Bren is a man from my heart. Good old VPN. The OSW says, give that legend a can of Coke. There we go. Yeah, Smiths. No, our figure collections now generally go well beyond Smiths. What
I would say, Rosemary, I'm not sure where you're situated, but if you're in Dublin, pop into Stevens Green Shopping Centre. Go to
if you're in Dublin, drop in, say hello. Drop in
Some
and say
savage
hello.
figures there at the
You've
moment.
got there's a savage collection of figures,
Yeah.
DVDs, T-shirts, incredible.
I don't, Rosemary. I have so much stuff in my collection. If I could pan this camera around, I have about 700 Funko Pops as well. I'm crazy. I'll give you an idea here. I have 2 double wardrobes either side of these screens, and they're full of signed Funko Pops and stuff like that, and also either side of these screens. So it's insane, to the point where my wife reminds me every day when I give out to her about buying vintage clothing off Vinted and stuff like that. And all, she goes, well, what about all your pops? I couldn't tell you how much is in my collection. I've got boxes up in the attic. I try to keep the good stuff out so I can display. You'll see over my shoulder there, they're signed Ric Flair trunks and stuff like that and all. And
They match one, yeah.
I normally wear them. I break them out of the frame on New Year's Eve just to go to Space Mountain, you know. There you go. Isn't Peacock?
Oh my God. Can't wait to see that short.
It's not a short, Bren. It goes on way longer than 3 minutes. Just saying. Best 5 minutes of my life.
Oh, Lord.
There you go. No
Both.
flexing oil. There you go. No
Old or
flexing
new,
at all.
both Rosemary. Old and
both,
new.
yeah,
I just
old-
picked
old
up about
and new,
5 off from there the
absolutely.
other day. Got a massive
Yeah.
selection in.
I'll give you an idea. Do I have one here? I'll give you an idea of how old I go, right? Hang on 1 second.
Sean's waiting patiently there for his turn.
I know he's frozen. He's just still in shock.
These were just a hand, right? These were just a hand. But these are my boys.
Oh,
we
my
need you to do them,
Lord.
is it?
That's the ladies' name on the
Wow.
old
That's
WWF
incredible.
paper cards.
The
And you
Secret
know how-
Stars one.
Series.
And do you know how classic they are? They still have the KB Toys price tag on them. That was $5.99.
Wow.
How much would they be now?
Legion.
I've no idea
now.
because you know,
Signature
Keith,
series.
I would never sell them. I'm an LOD guy.
He's
I
a
would
collector,
never
Keith.
sell.
He's not a seller. He's a collector.
You will not get anything off me that's LOD, Bobby Heenan, Ultimate Warrior, Hogan,
Dusty.
Randy Savage,
Rick Rude.
What else?
Dusty.
I actually have up there. I have a Randy Savage stand. You know the Slim Jim stand?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think I should actually show you this. Hang on 1 second.
Yeah, get it down. Get.
Come on.
Hello,
him on
everybody. Welcome
camera.
to Collector's Corner, upper tier.
Should we do a tour of
This
Niall?
feels like a collector's corner. We'll play Sean's
That's what
one
I just
afterwards.
introduced
I'll give you
everybody
that.
to the Collector's Corner.
This is the Slim Jim stand that they go into. See
He
the
Oh,
Slim
nicked
Jim
this from a
stand?
7-Eleven when he went to Mania.
I
You know
paid
what? That's
handsomely
better
for
than-
this, right?
That's
And you know every time I go to America, I buy a couple of Slim Jims to put in it, and I never open them. Macho Man Slim Jims, and they go in there and they just sit like that on top of the wardrobe.
No, you
dare
should
you
do
to
a
eat one.
little,
I
you should do
dare
a
you
little
to eat
video.
Eat the
We used to
oldest
do-
one.
Yeah, check out if you're interested. Actually, Rosemary, check out the channel. There's a load of old collectors' corners we used to do, where we used to interview guys in the States and all. And Sean on the screen there was on. There was a few guys on it, and we go through people's collections. You want to see some of the stuff some of the guys in the States had and all. Unbelievable. One guy had his own barber shop set up, and you want to see he had everything in it. He even had the old Ultimate Warrior hair wax and everything and all, and he had the Hulk Hogan light switch. You know, the switch for turning on the light was the Hulk Hogan one, where you
I
do the
thought you were gonna
bicep
say
thing.
hair
You know?
wax.
Yeah, no, and he had a load of those old WWF frisbees, and you want to see the stuff he had now. It was insane. It was unbelievable, but some great stuff. Like Hawk and like Hawk and oil won't sell. There you go. Yeah.
Nobody does
If
a
you're-
better
Wait, let's
comment than
listen to
Roman.
let's listen to the pubescent man. On
Yeah,
the
we
camera.
listen to him now in a minute. Yeah, the Hardy Boys are gone, Sharon. They're gone to a very happy collector and stuff like that, and also. Yeah, but check it out, Noel. At least you didn't get a $500. Oh yes, that Ric Flair cameo. Good.
He did another one.
Lord.
Did you see the other one?
Yeah, he's drunk.
He did another
Yeah.
one. It's insane.
What are
People are
you
still
gonna
buying this
do?
shit.
Why are
Yeah,
people
there you
paying me
go.
money to make videos? I'm drunk.
There
Yeah,
we go.
don't get
Big up.
married.
Good to see you, bro. I'm a WWF WWE magazine collector. I loved going to Easton's to buy them. Yeah, it was great, wasn't it? And you know the way when we used to go get the magazines, you know the way you'd never buy one with a crease in it. It had to be perfect. Perfect. If there was dog ears or anything on it, forget about it.
I
I'd
still
love a
have a
signed-
load of them if he and he's welcome to have them.
I'd love a signed Funko Pop of Vince choking out or Niles choking out Vince. Imagine that. Just imagine that.
I'd love a
Yeah.
I'd love a Brett uppercut on Vince Funko Pop.
Yeah, I will. I'll put together some sort of a show one time where we'll go through some of our figures and stuff like that and all. It's really cool. Last
I
week's
don't
show,
have any.
Rosemary actually was our favorite Xmas presents and stuff like that, you know. But LOD were my guys. If you want to know how much I love LOD, actually, hang on.
Oh, fuck,
Another one.
he's got a kidney or something there. Look.
So Collector's Corner has been around.
I don't know if you'll be able to see
2001,
this or not.
2021.
But this was, if you
Now
go
we
back
have
to the
Niall.
summer, remember the Summer Bash 2005? A
Yeah.
certain person sitting in front of you went as Animal out of LOD.
Oh yeah,
I
seen
shaved
that.
the head. I got the face paint on. I had
God.
the whole match. That's my daughter there. She just got hair painted. But that was as close as you get to LOD.
Good lord.
So there you go.
Wow.
So
That's
if you
deadly.
if you want to, and I have the shoulder pads and the whole lot and everything, and also love LOD. Right, let's listen to what Sean had to say. Because it's and this, by the way, folks, I've watched this. This is entertaining.
educational town of Dundalk, going to a gig, These Charming Men, a very good Smiths tribute in the Spirit Stores. Unfortunately, I can't make the show, but one of the things that is going to be discussed is the year in review. What we liked from this year of wrestling, what we didn't like from this year of wrestling. And even though I'm not going to be there, I figured I may as well throw in. So I've got 3 moments for each. 3 for the best, 3 for the
He's
worst.
not even looking at the camera.
And I think, if we get all the bad stuff out of our system right away, we'll be able to enjoy. So I'm going to give you my my hateful 3, if you will, my hateful 3 first. And when you think of who I like, it's very difficult for me to pinpoint anything worse this year than John Cena Farewell Tour. Yes, I know I've spoken about this to death on the podcast, but unfortunately, I always forgive. I will never, ever forget what they did to John Cena on his last year. John Cena announced he was retiring at Money in the Bank in 2024. And I was very, very sad about the news, but I thought that one final year of John Cena going balls to the wall, maybe winning 17, having a few great matches along the way, where's the harm? That would be brilliant. Unfortunately, that's not quite how things worked out. Unfortunately, Cena had a tumultuous start. He was going to win the Royal Rumble, allegedly, so we thought. Didn't do that. Wins Elimination Chamber, turns heel, sounds exciting until it happens. Has a terrible, all-time, awful, horrendous,
He's good, isn't he? He is good.
ferocious, demeaning match with Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. It's slow, it's boring, it's plotting. You know who shows up at the end. Like it couldn't be worse. I got so upset. I changed house and changed shirt for that. Oh my god, that tour was really, really bad. Now this is one that I feel a little bit skeptical about putting on, merely because what we have now is brilliant. But boy, when it was going on, those few months were really tough to get through. And I am, of course, speaking about the Death Riders in AEW. Jon Moxley's tyrannical reign of the AEW World Championship, which has since been broken by Hangman Adam Page. Let me sit down and eat it after all that anger being expelled. I like Jon Moxley, but this angle was really, really hard. The matches just weren't good, especially that match with Cope at Revolution. That, to me, ruined that show. That show was 10 out of 10, and then they stunk out the joint. But now I think we're in a good spot. Moxley is teasing for turning babyface. He's just won the Continental Classic, so hopefully we will get there. But man, it was really, really hard to get through it when it was there. And now my third least favorite thing of the year, and trust me, it'll be Sunshine Rainbows after this, because as I said, we're
I
getting
remember
all stuff out of the way. This I feel it's bad for me, but I think it really will strike a nerve with my friends Brendan and Emma, who of course host their own SmackDown show every Saturday. Just that Friday Night SmackDown this year, oh my doctor. I think it's consistently been the weakest weekly wrestling show that WWE have put on, but really all the companies really have put on this year. I mean, it's just been really, really poor. They made it 3 hours long for some reason. It was really bad. They brought it back to 2. It was kind of fine, but still quite bad. In the new year, they're going to be bringing it back to 3, which I don't know. You know, if at first a thing doesn't succeed, immediately go back to the thing that doesn't succeed and do it again. It must be the atmosphere that they promote backstage in creative. Look, I just think there's not been much star power. The women's division in particular, I think, is really lacking compared to Raw. I think it's amazing how far ahead Monday Night Raw is compared to SmackDown in almost every regard, and they've had issues. Raw's not perfect. It's far from perfect, to be honest with you. But I really, really hope that in New Year, even if it's going to be 3 hours, make those 3 hours worth it. Apparently, WWE have said they know that SmackDown is lacking when it comes to creative and talent. That's something they're going to address, and certainly I hope so. For me, but also for poor Bren and Emma, who have to, they're like martyrs. They have to watch it every single week and then do a podcast. And I could not wish that on the worst person I know. Now the good. Hangman Adam Page, Yosemite Sam himself, finally winning the AEW World Championship from the man I spoke about in my last, or one of my last things. The last thing I spoke about was SmackDown, but before that was Jon Moxley. Look, Hangman Page, I feel, has been the MVP of AEW this year. I feel he's probably one of the most likable natural babyfaces in wrestling. Him beating Moxley at All in Texas and talking about how good that match was, man, it was just wonderful.
Sorry, Rosemary's naturally red.
He did a great job as champion before, obviously losing it to Samoa Joe, who recently just lost it to Maxwell Jacob Friedman. But Maxwell Jacob Friedman, I think, will hold the belt to hopefully a good enough standard as Hangman did, and I think Hangman has just been a brilliant company man and a brilliant wrestler the whole year. Now, next up, I'm going to have to say that John Cena versus AJ Styles from Crown Jewel. Now, you will know, if you had the displeasure of ever sharing a room with me, or if you've watched the first bit of the video, I wasn't happy with John Cena's retirement tour. This was one of the very few bright moments in it. A banger match with AJ Styles in Perth. Now, I think when it comes to in-ring action, I don't think maybe this was quite as good as some of their other matches. People got lost a little bit when they started doing the finisher spam at the end. But the way I see it, I heard Luke Owen from Wrestle Talk give this really good analogy. It's like going to a pub, which I'm going to be doing, and seeing a really, really good tribute band who are really good and they play all your favourite songs. It's kind of like that. And like, as I said, there hasn't been much fun on this tour. There hasn't really been much to smile about, so let them have this. Cena's on his way out. Styles is going to be on his way out. A molten hot crowd in Perth. It was like being at a party, and it was just wonderful. And I only wish it was those kind of fun matches that John Cena could have had for the last 12 months. Now, unfortunately, to the Fed fans, my final moment does again involve AEW. I was actually struggling to think of the best, which doesn't mean the year hasn't been great. I mean, it's been far from perfect, but I feel there's been a lot of good. It's kind of hard to think of what's best, but I haven't enjoyed a match as much as I did the Anarchy in the Arena match that happened at Double or Nothing this year. This match had I can't remember who was in it. It was the Elite, is the Death Riders against the Elite, and I think a bit of the conglomeration. But this match was absolutely brilliant. One of the things I don't like about Anarchy in the Arena is it's all over the place, right? Well, that's part of the match, but it doesn't really translate when you're watching it at home, or as I found out when I went to London, it doesn't translate when you're watching it in the arena.
Yeah, I sat in Wembley watching the one in 2023.
But this match was just so much fun, particularly when Drowning Pool Bodies started playing, and that's a song I've known and loved for a long time, from ECW and just from general. But it was an absolutely incredible match. So much fun. One of the few times I feel where watching it at home is just as fun as watching it in the arena, because I was getting all the fun and the nostalgia and everything from it. And the match was brutal. There's a few really scary spots in it, including Swerve Strickland with the staples, Thing getting shoved in the bin, Willow Nightingale getting the rear.
Christ, it's a documentary.
It's pretty mental. But no, it was a really fun match.
Fucking hell, you hurry up.
I think Sports Illustrated might have given Double or Nothing best pay-per-view of the year, and honestly, I'm inclined to agree. So there you
Angry
go, folks.
Ginge.
That was my 3 best and 3 worst of 2025. Thank you so
Only
much
3?
for watching, whether you're watching this live on the show or you're watching it in your own time. And most importantly, thank you all so much for the support that you've shown all of us here at the Upper Tier all year. We cannot do this without you. We cannot do our podcasts and our shows that we look so forward to doing without your support, your love, and your engagement. And we hope that you'll stick with us for the rest of the year and the rest of next year. But until then, I'm Sean Mack, and hopefully I'll see you all real soon.
Bye, Sean.
Now I'm going to make a comment right here and right now, and it's gonna be funny. He talks about engagement, doesn't look at the camera once for a start. Right?
How you doing?
Oh,
Don't give me that. Don't give me that.
No,
Another
hang
one.
on, Simon
Another
Cowell.
one.
Hang on, Simon Cowell. That video was the best part. That was
Brad,
outstanding.
do you know how many videos he could have crammed into that amount of time? Do you know how many videos he could have filmed in that amount of time? He's had one in the last 6 months.
Well, I'll let you in on a secret. We'll let
What,
you in
that
on
was
a
5
secret.
videos put together, was it?
No, that was the edited version, edited down.
I was wondering that wasn't 8 minutes.
Oh my god.
That wasn't it, because the original video was 8 minutes.
There was 6 outfits, 7 locations.
Dave, it was brilliant though.
And a
Good night, Rosemary. Thanks for
partridge in a
joining.
pear tree.
Partridge.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, Rosemary. Appreciate it.
I thought that
Gotcha.
was brilliant. That's actually genuine. Like I sent him a text there, and I just basically said, "Look, genuinely, what a show,
You're
Steeler. That
fired.
was brilliant, brilliant."
Dave didn't rest at all.
What did you think of Emma?
I just texted him and said, stop talking smack about SmackDown. I need the viewers.
Thank you, Emma. You're absolutely right, and we don't
Was
need
that
viewers.
the director's cut?
No, we do. We actually need more viewers. You're right.
That was the
Fantastic.
Blu-ray. That was the Blu-ray bonus content. There you go.
Yeah.
We should be keeping this for our Patreon viewers. That's what we should be doing. Right, let's take a little bit of history of a little bit of it, and then we can get out of here.
This is Brad's favourite part.
1985. 1985, the NWA and AWA co-promoted Star Wars. Thought I'd mention this. It is Christmas. From the Brendan Byrne Arena in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The main event saw Stan Hansen defeat Rick Martel to win the AWA World Heavyweight Championship. 1995, ECW's Holiday Hell event took place at the Lost Battalion Hall in Queens, New York. And the biggest news item from the show, Mikey Whipwreck defeated Too Cold Scorpio to win both the ECW World Television Championship and the Tag Team Championship. Whipwreck subsequently chose Cactus Jack as his partner. 1998, at a Blockbuster Raw taping from Worcester, Massachusetts, Mankind won the WWF Championship in a match with The Rock. But of course, we know what happened there. That was the giveaway from Tony Schiavone. There's a short up there from Dave. We mentioned it the other day and stuff like that. And it's certainly something that Tony Schiavone carries to this day as a regret, I would imagine. 2009, one of my all-time favorites lost. We lost him. Dr. Death Steve Williams succumbed to his battle with throat cancer. He passed away in Denver, Colorado, 49 years of age. What a wrestler Dr. Death was, Steve Williams. 2020, AEW presented special edition of Dynamite in memory of the late Brody Lee. Rest in peace. Of course, we know him also as Luke Harper, who passed away on the 26th of December. The main event saw a team handpicked by Brody Lee Jr., consisting of Cody Rhodes, Orange Cassidy, and 10 of the Dark Order defeated Team Taz. After the match, Lee Jr. placed his father's boots in the center of the ring to retire them and was presented with the TNT Championship by Tony Khan. A very surreal moment, I would say. 2011, the day after his loss to Alistair Overeem at UFC 141, former WWE champ Brock Lesnar announced his retirement from MMA. Lesnar would subsequently return for one more match against Mark Hunt at UFC 200, which was an absolute disgrace. And that result was overturned, of course, because he tested positive for banned substances. All the banned substances, I would say, during that match. And I think there's still litigation going on to this day surrounding that, actually. 1983, Hulk Hogan made his WWF return in St. Louis, Missouri. His return match saw him gain a victory over Bill Dixon. This was his first match with the company since 1980 after he had left due to disagreements with Vince McMahon Sr. over the proposed role as Thunder Lips Baby in Rocky III. There you go. Few notable birthdays for us. 1979, Justin Roberts. 1990, Ray Phoenix. 1983, Eddie Edwards. 1967, some of these were for Sean and he's not here, PCO. 1990, one of Keith's other favorite female wrestlers, Selena Vega. 1980, Cesaro. 1972, The Great China. Very, very sad. 1966, Bill Goldberg. 1965, Bart Gunn. And one of my all-time favorites in a tag team, of course, 1944, Bill Axe Eadie, one half of the Great Demolition. They are your
Wowzers.
birthdays.
1944.
1944. There you go.
Wow.
There you go. Right, few comments. Rosemary had it off. Yeah, we got that one. Sorry. Dave's back in as well. Sorry, guys. One more highlight of the year. All my guesses come true. Zack Ryder, Dolph Ziggler, Joe Hendry. Yeah, absolutely. Romy's back in as well. What will make me watch NWA is if Darcy shows up and gets Billy Corgan in a front headlock. There we go. When I wrestle Hogan on WWE 2K as Taker, he says, "Watch the neck, brother." There we go. There we go. Right, folks, great show again, as always. Great hearing about the highlights and lowlights and the tough year for us wrestling fans that was 2025. Hopefully, we can look forward to 2026 with a bit more positivity, let's say. Let's see what it starts next week. There is talk there might be a watch-along next Monday for that Raw episode. We will see what happens. I'll discuss it with the crew and see how they feel, because I think we all work on Tuesdays as well, but we shall see. We might do it. We'll see what happens. So as always, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification button, drop a like on the video. A big happy new year to everyone. Stay safe. Too much tragedy going around at the moment. It's been a killer year for people that we've lost as well. Really, really tough on some of the celebs and stuff that we've lost as well. So stay safe. Enjoy the new year with your family and friends or whatever you're doing. We will be back next week. That's one thing you can count on every week after that as well. And we'll talk to you again real soon. Cheers, panel. Cheers.